What's up, guys? It's Rain City MMA. Your boy Bryson here with
Joey.
And today we're breaking down the International Fight Week news that just came out. We got Conor Max Holloway 2. We're going to talk about the main card and one prelim that really caught our eye. I think there's more good prelims, but we want to kind of keep this short. We don't got a fight week this week, but we're getting hyped for the China card the next week, but we're going to break down International Fight Week. Okay, now talking about the main card with International Fight Week, you got a squash match here with Gable Stevenson versus our boy from Washington, Ellison. We get it. Stevenson, I saw the opening odds minus 2,000. He'll do his thing, maybe get a ground and pounder sub, but it's a fight I'm not really looking forward to. You know, we talk about this guy so highly, but we're giving him a guy with one UFC fight. What's up with that? I mean, not even like a decent veteran at heavyweight or like maybe throw him to a Steven Asplin or something, but whatever. What do you think, Joey?
Yeah, I think for International Fight Week, this is a really weak fight, honestly. It's almost like it reminds me of the Francis Ngannou fight that just happened on the MVP card. Just going to be way too early for Ellison, even though I love the guy. And Stevenson, I don't like as a person either. Just think it's a stupid fight, honestly, to put on the main card of International Fight Week. But next up, probably the most anticipated, most hyped fight I'm looking forward to on International Fight Week, Royval versus Kavanaugh. After what Kavanaugh did against Brandon Moreno, I mean, guys, we've always been high on Kavanaugh. He's been like our van, but I mean, yeah, he did the same thing, or what's his name? Charles Johnson did the same thing to him as he did to Van, but look how that aged. And look at what Kavanaugh's done since then. So give me Kavanaugh against Royval. I just don't think Royval is ready for that. I like Kavanaugh a lot. Who you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I love this matchup for Kavanaugh. I mean, I think he's going to mix in the wrestling and tell Royval, I don't need to be Joshua Van and stand up and bang for International Fight Week. And if they do, I still like Kavanaugh. I think it's ridiculous. I get he's lost to Manel Kopp and Van, but how is Royval still number 4? Any other division, we go him down. And don't try to sell me on flyweights week. We got killers like Hozo Ochoa and plenty of other guys, but they're touting Royval at 4. Royval kind of feels like a Yair Rodriguez. Not in terms of, same career, because Yair is clearly less active than Royval, but I think Kavanaugh is going to be the young prospect to win. Next up, we got Sandhagen Batista, 2 veterans of the sport at bantamweight, number 4 versus number 8. Give me Batista in this rematch. I think he's going to mix in the wrestling. Thought he looked really good against Vinicius Oliveira. I know Sandhagen's a killer, great all around, but so is Batista. And Batista's improved the one realm he wasn't great at, which is boxing. So yeah, I like Super Mario here. What do you like, Joey, on this one?
Yeah, I like Bautista a lot. I like Sandhagen too. Super well rounded, like Bryson said. The only thing is, I just don't think he has the same skill set as Bautista has. I mean, those low kicks from Bautista are going to be the same as what Sandhagen's throwing back. And I just like Sandhagen a lot here. Or I like Bautista a lot here against Sandhagen. I just don't think Sandhagen is going to have the same power as Bautista or as many ways to win. So give me Bautista in that one. The next one we got, guys, is BSD versus Paddy Pimblett. A lot of people are going to think since, the Gaethje fight, Pimblett is going to be at a buy low spot. And BSD, he's pretty battle-tested. I like BSD in like the first round a lot, honestly. Just KO, whatever you want. But I'd pick BSD round 1 or Paddy moneyline in this fight. It's going to be a fun one. Honestly, a barn burner, I think, if you had to pick. But yeah, give me BSD round 1 or Paddy. What do you think?
I just want to say Mario was also a dog on the opening odds I saw. So if you guys can get him early, I'd play him. If you like him, I'd totally go if you like Corey. But going back to the co-main, I think this is a closer fight than people think. I saw BSD is opening up at minus 180. Awesome that it's the co-main, by the way. I mean, I don't know. If Paddy finishes him, he probably might get another title shot. And, they want to make that fight against Poirier versus Paddy one more time. So maybe they'll beg to Poirier once he slimes out Gaethje, please, will you come back to 155 and fight Paddy before you leave? But, guys, we want to see him go for greatness and go to welterweight against Islam. But Patty, I mean, you know, it might be a buy low spot. And honestly, a sneaky play on this fight is probably over 2.5 and will go the distance. I could see a decision where it gets real dicey. Like Joey's saying, I actually think BSD will have a lot of success early, but then Patty's gonna come out and maybe be a little tougher than he thinks. I don't know if it's a 5 or 3 rounder. I really don't think it changes. Well, I think it changes things for Patty if it's a 5 rounder. I think he'll do better because of the Gaethje experience. But even if it's 3, I think Patty has a good shot. Now, getting to the main event, guys, we got Mystic Mac. He's back. This is the first time you're hearing me and Joey talk about Conor. I mean, you know, Conor's been through the controversies. This man's ran for president for Ireland, or he at least tried to throw his name in there. We got a guy who's coming back, being the rich guy. You know, they say it gets tough to fight when you're in silk sheets, but that's what I love about Conor. He's one of the few guys who's like, I'll get up there. And he ain't coming in to no spring chicken here like when he came back against Cowboy Cerrone. He's fighting Max Holloway at welterweight, 5-round main event. We did have him booked last International Fight Week with Michael Chandler. I know a lot of people thought he was going to be back there, and now he's back, guys, and I really feel like he's back. I don't see a pullout. I mean, gosh, this is so awesome. Me and Joey, like, we both started watching UFC, I'll admit. Like, we watched some classic fights, but the Conor Habib stuff brought our generation in for most part. And the fact that we're going to get to see a Conor McGregor press conference, I mean, that's going to be fireworks. I can't wait. Being honest, I saw McGregor pushing for a 3-round, and this is a 5-rounder. I'm leaning towards Max for sure. Even though it's at 170, I know Conor will be the bigger guy, and he will have the power. But I'm really scared that McGregor's like, I have 2 rounds to finish this guy. I know why he was pushing for a 3-rounder, because he probably would have won the first 2 and then lost the third. But 3, 4, and 5, Max is going to start turning it up and probably knock him out. I love McGregor, and it's good for the sport if he wins, to be honest, because I don't think Max is getting the red panty night. I mean, that's what they called it when McGregor was in. He's getting paid the most money here of his career, and I'm sure Max is happy about that. But, I mean, a McGregor knockout round 1, round 2, could you imagine, guys? Like, he might just get the title shot against Islam. They might just be like, yep, Conor Islam, winner fights Ilya. Could you imagine we're in a UFC world like that? I mean, it'd be insane. What do you think, Joey, about the main event, Mystic Mac?
Yeah, guys, this fight is actually going down a day before my birthday,
Woo!
and I couldn't be more blessed about that. Max Bless Holloway versus Conor Notorious McGregor. You know, I loved his fights against Diaz back in the day. My grandpa loves Diaz, and especially against Cowboy Cerrone. You know, McGregor, he always makes the press conference fun, especially against Floyd, too, even in that boxing fight. But I just think at 170, you know, it's going to be really tough for him in a 5-rounder against Max. I think, you know, at 155 was Conor's element. I'm kind of playing into what he's been through the past couple of years, running for president in Ireland and also being on Roadhouse the past year and a half, 2 years or so. Definitely juicing up. He's going to have to lose all that muscle, or a lot of it at least, before this fight. And I don't think that's going to play into his favor either. So I like Max a lot in this fight. It's going to be cool to see Conor fight again. I just think it's too soon for him, throwing him against a guy like Max Holloway, who just lost against Charles and who's been going on a big run in the division. So give me Max Holloway in this one, even though I'm excited to see Conor a lot. And the press conference is going to be crazy. All right, guys, we appreciate you tuned into Rain City MMA so much. All the likes, subscribes, any support with our videos, we really appreciate. You know, it's an off week for us. There's no fight card this weekend, but we like to do these videos where we talk about things coming up in the UFC world, especially International Fight Week and how big it is for the sport. We hope you guys appreciate it. And we're going to have the China card out for you next week pretty early. So tune in. We appreciate all your support. Let's go, Rain City.